Hello and welcome. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on NewsX. Our big focus this hour, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has urged residents of Pakistan-Occupied Kashmir to join India. Speaking at a public rally, he emphasized that India regards them as their own, in contrast to Pakistan, which treats them as foreigners. Jammu Kashmir is an ethnically diverse region covering roughly 222,236 square kilometers, famed for the beauty of its lakes, meadows and snow-capped mountains. Of that, Pakistan-occupied Kashmir covers approximately 86,000 square kilometers. The estimated population of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir is 6.4 million, and it's time to amplify their voices, aspirations and challenges. Before we do that, let's quickly listen in to Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's appeal.
बगल में पाक कश्मीर है PoK, क्या बदनाम है PoK के बारे में? बहनों भाइयों, यहाँ भी सरकार बनाई है। यहाँ के विकास को देखकर PoK के लोग कहेंगे कि हम पाकिस्तान के साथ नहीं रहना चाहते, हम भारत के साथ जाना चाहते हैं। और मैं आपको यह जानकारी देना चाहता हूं, अभी हाल में ही एक हलफनामा कोर्ट में देते हुए वहां के एडिशनल सॉलिसिटर जनरल ने यह कहा कि PoK ये फॉरेन लैंड है। मैं PoK के लोगों से कहना चाहता हूं, पाकिस्तान के लोग आपको फॉरेनर मानते हैं, आपको विदेशी मानते हैं, लेकिन भारत के लोग आपको विदेशी नहीं मानते हैं। PoK के लोगों को हम अपना मानते हैं। आइए हमारे साथ आइए।
Joining us live at this point is Rajiv Chouhan, Chairman SOS International. We also have Jamil Maqsood, President Foreign Affairs Committee, UK, PNP, Britain, joining us live. Also with us is RK Chibbar, Director Jammu Kashmir Bank, migrated from POGK. Also with us is Amar Mushtaq, Senior Journalist. Rajiv Chouhan, let me begin with you first. A big appeal, in fact, being made today by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. What do you make of what he said?
धन्यवाद। देखिए, मैं इसको राजनीति से ज्यादा कुछ नहीं समझता, क्योंकि ऐसी बातें चुनाव पर होती हैं और चुनाव के बाद ये दबा दी जाती। हम तो बड़ी देर से कह रहे हैं, क्योंकि हम भुक्तभोगी हैं। मेरा परिवार मीरपुर से है, हम यहाँ विस्थापन में हैं। मेरी तरह यहाँ 12 लाख लोग हैं जम्मू कश्मीर के अंदर, जो वहाँ से विस्थापित होकर आए थे। हम भी चाहते हैं कि अगर वो हिस्सा हमारा है तो उसको हमारे साथ जुड़ना चाहिए, लेकिन वो नहीं जुड़ पाया। अब किसने जोड़ना है? अगर तो लोगों तक छोड़ोगे तो लोगों को फैसला करने दीजिए। लोग तो बड़े से बड़ी दीवारों को भी गिरा सकते हैं, लेकिन अगर ये सरकारों ने फैसले करने हैं तो मैं समझता हूं कि ये लोगों को अपील करने की इसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं है कि कोई क्या करे या क्या ना करे। लेकिन एक बात निश्चित है कि हम लोग ये चाहते थे कि हमारे जो लोग यहाँ विस्थापन में हैं उनको यहाँ पर विधानसभा के अंदर, पार्लियामेंट के अंदर नुमाइंदगी दी जाती। वो अपने दिल की बात रखते, अपने मन की बात रखते, वो क्या चाहते हैं। क्योंकि हमारी चल और अचल संपत्तियां जो हैं वो आज भी लाइन ऑफ कंट्रोल के पार मीरपुर में, मुजफ्फराबाद में, कोटली, भिंबर में, पुंछ के इलाकों में पड़ी हैं, जिसके मुआवजे भारत सरकार ने नहीं दिए, इसलिए क्योंकि हम उसको अपना अभिन्न अंग मानते हैं और ये सोच कर चल रहे हैं कि एक दिन इलाका खाली होगा और मैं और मेरे परिवार के अन्य सदस्य और मेरे समुदाय के लोग अपने अपने घरों में वापस लौटेंगे। लेकिन हम तो, मैं कहता हूं, हम राजनाथ सिंह से भी ज्यादा, वो तो अपने घर में बैठे हैं, हम तो उस दिन का इंतजार कर रहे हैं, उस सुबह का इंतजार कर रहे हैं, उस उजाले का इंतजार कर रहे हैं जब वो इलाका वापस आए और जुड़े। हम उसका स्वागत करेंगे। और मेरा ये कहना है कि निश्चित तौर पर अगर सरकार ये मानती है कि वो लोग हमारे हैं, इलाका हमारा है, हम सब लोग एक हैं, तो कोई कदम आपको डिप्लोमेटिकली या कोई और तरीके से उठाने चाहिए। पब्लिक अपील से मैं समझता हूं कुछ नहीं होगा, क्योंकि हमारे हाथ में कुछ भी नहीं है सिवाय इसके कि हम सरकारें बनाते हैं और बिगाड़ते हैं। तो निश्चित तौर पर हमें इससे खुश नहीं होना चाहिए। ये स्टेटमेंट्स राजनाथ सिंह जी की मैं बीते 10 वर्षों से सुन रहा हूं। ये पहली बार वो स्टेटमेंट नहीं दे रहे, लगातार देते हैं। तो आगे चलकर देखते हैं क्या होता है। लेट्स होप फॉर द बेस्ट। जी
एब्सोल्युटली, बिल्कुल सही बात कही आपने। जमील मकसूद, मैं आपकी राय भी जानना चाहता हूं। बहुत बड़ा बयान है ये रक्षा मंत्री राजनाथ सिंह की तरफ से। इस बयान को आप किस नजरिए से देख रहे हैं? जमील मकसूद, व्हाट इज द implications फॉर यू of Rajnath Singh's statements and appeal to people of PoK?
Thank you very much for having me to this marvelous show and marvelous discussion on the future of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. First of all, I would concur what Mr. Rajiv has said. Those words are the words of my heart, my feelings, that these were the decisions should be taken by the government of India, not by the people of divided state of Jammu and Kashmir, because unfortunately there is no wall between the divided parts of the state of Jammu and Kashmir, which could be broken down by the force of the people, as the Berlin Wall was stricken down by the people of Eastern and the Western Germany. Unfortunately, there is a military on both sides. Not on only both sides, but also on the Ladakh side. The Chinese PLA is there. The forces of India and Pakistan are there. So practically, we are divided, and nothing is in the hands of the people. Yes, the one thing is in our hand, that is continuously advocating for the reunification of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir. That's what we need to do, and that's what I and my counterpart from Jammu, from Srinagar, from Ladakh, and from Gilgit-Baltistan are consistently doing. That we are the part of the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and we must be reunited as we were before the tribal attack orchestrated by Pakistan on 22nd of October 1947. Thank you.
Yes, R.K. Chibber, come in here. You know, this is, of course, a heartfelt appeal. It's quite a big appeal made by none less than the Defence Minister of India. What is your reading of it, R.K. Chibber?
On your show, in the past also, you have highlighted our issues regarding the PoK. Whatever Defence Minister of India has stated in the Raman, I won't think there is any politics. Politics leaving aside that, he has spoken from the core of his heart. You see why we cannot be united, both this part of the India and other part of the PoK also. This is the right time. The government of India is taking very keen interest to unite both of us. In India, there is a Kumbh Mela. After 1 decade only, there seems to be two brothers alienated from each other. Same happens with we people in 1947 when one brother came to this side of the India and other being the other side of the PoK. Why we cannot unite? We can unite because we are having the same culture, we are having the same food habit, we are having the same social fabric also. Over and above, the climate by and large are the same. I totally endorse the viewpoint of the Rajnath Singh. The only issue is when that day will come, when the both brother of the PoK, the part of the Pakistan, and this side of the J&K comes together. You just compare both part of the Pakistan and the Jammu and Kashmir. In Jammu and Kashmir, you see elections are held in every political time. Whether these are the panchayat, in J&K, we are having around 4,500 panchayat. Hardly, I think 1 year back, we were having elected member over there in each and every panchayat, and every kind of facility being provided to the panchayat, whether it was infrastructure, whether it was internet, but in other part of the PoK, we all know what is happening over there. Moreover, in J&K, Jammu and Kashmir of the India, you see it is progressing like anything, and we are also watching the people suffering in the PoK also. Just say from Jammu to Srinagar, rail link is likely to be happen any time now. Although only inauguration is pending, otherwise train services are already through from Jammu to Srinagar. Same is the position with the national highway also. It takes hardly to cover 300 kilometers within 4 hours. In J&K, this part of the India, we are having our own bank, the Jammu and Kashmir Bank. It is, you can see in every banking map, you will find the Jammu and Kashmir Bank is flourishing like anything, whether it is capital, whether it is business, whether it is recruitment. But if I see other part of the PoK, I hardly find any bank that is being owned by the PoK. I again say, no time is definitely come when both brother of PoK as well as the J&K of India will come together and fight for our equal right to everyone.
Okay, let me in fact quickly take that across to Amar Mushtaq as well. Amar Mushtaq, it's of course a heartfelt appeal made by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. How do you view it? What are the implications of his statement for residents of PoK?
Well, thank you so much. Namaskar. I am now in the Washington, D.C. area, but I still call India Mother India. And I very gladly say Vande Mataram. This statement is coming at a time of elections. So when politicians talk about issues at election time, I take it with a pinch of salt. This history of Kashmir's annexation is not hidden. It was the Pakistani Major General Akbar Khan who had launched the Operation Gulmarg just 2 weeks after the creation of the British creation. I call it the British creation of Pakistan. And that operation was called Operation Gulmarg. And Major General Akbar Khan was the in charge. About 24, I believe, Pashtun tribes were used for that invasion. There was a Punjabi politician, Sardar Hayat. He had admitted that the government had given lots of money for that takeover of Kashmir. And those people who went from outside and took over a big chunk of Indian territory. I call the Pakistan-Occupied Kashmir Indian territory. And they took it over, and I don't know, India has always acted like a sleeping elephant, and it had not forcefully went back and said, no, you have no business in our land. So I don't know what to say about it. As you know, my ancestors came from Balochistan, and we also are not part of Pakistan. We always have considered India as our real country, honestly. Because Pakistan was being divided, India was being divided in 1947, so we said we want our separate country. But there was to become part of what is now, they call it Pakistan. I would like to call it now Pakistan. You know, can you imagine that there are two main parties in Pakistan? The Prime Minister, they are rivals. And the Prime Minister is from the Muslim League, and the President is from the Pakistan People's Party. So it is very clear that the government right now in Pakistan is an ISI government. And the main popular leader, I don't like him, I'm not his supporter. I would have wanted him to stick to cricket. But the thing is, Imran Khan is the most popular leader in Pakistan right now, and his life is in danger because this General Asim Munir, who claims to be Hafizul Quran, he said he has memorized Quran by heart. He is his avowed enemy, and I won't be surprised if Imran Khan might get killed in their custody.
Okay. Now, I want to take that back across to Rajiv Chouhan. Now, Rajiv Chouhan, the fact is, as you said, you would, expect us now to move beyond these statements just at election time. What then should we do to follow up now on this statement? How do we further amplify the aspirations, the challenges, the thoughts of the people of PoK and get them to integrate with us?
देखें, हमने कहा था कि अगर इलाका मेरा है, हिंदुस्तान का है, वो प्लाट हमारा है, तो उस पर सी पैक कैसे बन रहा है, हमें रोका जाना चाहिए था, इनको रोकना चाहिए। मंगला डैम बना, मीरपुर को डुबो दिया गया, हमारी प्रॉपर्टी सबमर्ज हो गई, लेकिन कहा जाता है हम एक दिन घर वापस जाएंगे और उसको रिक्लेम करेंगे। क्या मैं पानी में डूब के उसको रिक्लेम करूंगा? इसको रोका जाना चाहिए था। इसलिए क्योंकि मुझे दुख होता है इस बात का कि हमारे सामने हमारी जो जायदाद थी, हमारी जो प्रॉपर्टीज थी, उसको लूटा गया, लेकिन हम बोले नहीं। मैं नहीं दोष दे रहा इनको, जो मौजूदा सरकार है, यहां जितनी भी सरकारें रही सभी दोषी थी। जब ये डैम बना तब इंदिरा गांधी ने मुबारकबाद दी थी पाकिस्तान को, हमने क्यों नहीं रोका? लेकिन यहां हम तवी पर एक आर्टिफिशियल लेक बनाते हैं तो पाकिस्तान इस बात का वास्ता देता है कि हमारी वाटर ट्रीटीज हैं, आप नहीं बना सकते। लेकिन जिस इलाके को हम अपना इलाका मानते हैं, वहां क्या बिजनेस है पाकिस्तान का कि वो वहां पर अवैध निर्माण करे, वो वहां पर नदियों के रुख को मोड़े, वो वहां सड़कों का निर्माण करे, रेल मार्ग बनाए सी पैक के अंदर। किस तरह से चाइना और पाकिस्तान वहां कर रहा है, उनका कोई लीगल मॉरल राइट नहीं था, उनको रोका जाना चाहिए था। तब लगता कि हम संजीदा हैं, हम सीरियस हैं। ये काम लोग नहीं कर सकते, ये सरकारें कर सकती हैं। और इसके लिए मैं समझता हूं कि जितने भी लोग पहले हुए हैं या आज हैं, सबका कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा बहुत यहां दोष बनता है। और आगे चलकर मैं एक सलाह दूंगा आपके इस चैनल के माध्यम से कि जो भी आपने तरीका अख्तियार करना है, क्योंकि जब हम सरकार चुन लेते हैं उसको एक हम मैंडेट देते हैं कि आप जो भी फैसला करेंगे, आप युद्ध के द्वारा खाली कराएंगे, हम आपके साथ हैं। आप डिप्लोमेटिक चैनल से खाली कराएंगे, हम आपके साथ हैं। लेकिन उसके बाद भी अपील पब्लिक को करनी, जीतने के बाद भी, मैं समझता हूं कि ये एक मजाक है। और एक तरह से एक बात, जब चुनाव लोकसभा के हुए थे तब भी ये बात चली थी, आज विधानसभा के हैं तब भी ये बात चलेगी, फिर उसके बाद 5 साल चुनाव नहीं होंगे, फिर अगले 5 साल बात चलेगी। इस तरह से नहीं होगा भाई साहब। अगर कोई भुक्तभोगी है वो हम लोग हैं। हम लोगों ने भोगा है 70 साल तक, हमारे लोगों की जानें गई हैं वहां पर, हमारा सब कुछ लुट गया है। आज भी हम खड़े नहीं हो पाए, कौन मदद करेगा हमारी? तो मैं समझता हूं कि जो लोग भुक्तभोगी हैं उनकी आवाज को सुना जाना चाहिए, तब जाकर मैं समझता हूं कि हम संजीदगी के साथ किसी मसले पर पहुंच पाएंगे। धन्यवाद
जी। वही सवाल मैं अमार मुश्तिकान आपसे पूछता हूँ, हाउ डू वी एम्पलीफाई द वॉइसेस ऑफ PoK फर्दर? You know, there are a lot of concerns, aspiration, fears of the people living there. How do we highlight them? What should we do more?
India is a huge power now. India, I think, India doesn't realize what great power it is. I'm not joking. These days when I go into the American market, I find so many things that are written on it. It's written made in India. I feel very delighted. And India, if it wants to, really wants to, it can help Kashmir get united. It can help Balochistan freed from the shackles of the Pakistan military and ISI. India can, you see, but India has to rise above the small petty things like you can eat the chicken or you cannot eat beef, or the Muslim cannot marry Hindu and all that nonsense. It has to rise above that. I believe India is going to emerge as a world leader. I have full faith in that. But it has to come over some of these things. It has to spell out. Now I will tell you one thing. It has been my personal desire to visit India for many years now. But I don't know, you see. I still can't, that still can't happen. And you know what? There were so many Baloch people who wanted to get settled in India because of the Pakistani military crackdown. But as far as I know, they were refused that. Your security establishment did not allow that. And then I know that there are Kashmiri Muslims. I they wanted to go and talk about what's happening in Pakistan in the real Kashmir. And by the real Kashmir, I mean your state of Kashmir, which is a part and parcel of India. And they wanted to go there. And as far as my understanding goes, they are not allowed to visit Kashmir. Now, the Honorable Defense Minister has spoken out. I hope he will back his words with action. And
yes. How do we follow up on this? RK Chibber, how do we follow up on this? It's a heartfelt appeal. It's a big statement made by Defense Minister. But how do we now follow up on this?
You can, you see, amplify it if you are really serious.
Amar Mushtaq, that question is for you.
Yeah. See, the thing is, this important thing like Kashmir, it has...
sorry, beg your pardon, Amar, that question was for RK Chibber. You've had your say, so apologies. I want to get an RK Chibber on that. RK Chibber, please go ahead.
As Mr. Chouhan has rightly stated, the government in the past have not handled this issue properly. But now there is gut feeling also in the present government that they are going to do something for the welfare of the PoK as well as J&K part of the India also. To just say, one of my colleagues was sitting over here, he want to visit Kashmir and particularly India part of the Kashmir also. I may also state that I applied for the passport around 3 decades back to visit Pakistan and have a visit to my Mirpur area also. Today also, Pakistan is not allowing anybody from this part of the India, particularly J&K, to visit over there. Same is the position over that part of the PoK also. They want to visit here to brief the people of the Kashmir what is happening in the PoK and what is going on better in the J&K. As rightly stated by one of my panelists, that India is emerging superpower in the world. There is no doubt at all. And whatever the defense minister has stated in the election rally, I am 100% believe. I am on the firm belief that this present regime in India definitely do favor for the PoK people sooner or later, I think, within the next couple of years. In the next couple of years, the fate of the PoK will be bright, and that too up to their expectation. Whatever they want, whatever they feel, whatever they desire, that will happen only by the present regime of the India headed by Mr. Modi.
Yes, Jamil Maqsood, the same question to you now on how do we move forward, beyond this statement and rhetoric, of course. We've espoused our feelings. We hope that's what the people of PoK want, but how do we now move forward, amplifying their concerns, facilitating this reintegration and also, hopefully, assuaging their concerns as well?
Thank you once again. There are 3 popular mechanisms. One is the military part, the second one is diplomatic, and the third one is people-to-people contact, as it was suggested during the government of Vajpayee sir. If the people of all divided regions would be given an opportunity to interact with each other and re-establish their political, socio-economic and cultural ties, that could easily mitigate, that could easily provide a conducive environment for the resolution of this problem. The other 2 things are in the hands of the government of Pakistan and the government of India. Also, they can do such kind of pragmatic steps with the help of their like-minded world alliances, and also through the mechanism of United Nations, if they want, or if they can use any other platform to advance the idea of peace, stability, security in the wider region of South Asia. So, but most of the things are in the hands of the governments, and very little is in the hands of the people and in the hands of the civil society, so they can assist these governments in the pursuit of peace, development, and the unification of the entire state of Jammu and Kashmir.
All right. Yes, Amar Mushtaq, you had a point to make earlier when I went to Mr. Chibber. Please complete your point and then I'll take a break.
Thank you. You see, India has to, I don't know, you see. Now, the problem with Pakistan, you are dealing with a country which is a rogue state. And you can see that Mr. Nawaz Sharif had just shook hands with Modi and Prime Minister Modi, and he is not acceptable to the military establishment. His entire family is in the government, but Mr. Nawaz Sharif is out of the government. Now you are dealing with that kind of a state. I am not sure, you see, it's a state which is run by the military and the ISI, as I said earlier. There is no concept of people's power there. I really feel sorry for the beautiful Kashmiri Pandits. They are the roses of India, the most beautiful people, I think, in all over South Asia. So peaceful. They have been uprooted from their homes for the last more than 30 years. And if you recall, the person from Pakistan's side, which was instigating them to force them out of their homes at the time, was Benazir Bhutto. And then Benazir Bhutto apologized privately that I'm sorry, I did it on the saying of the military generals. Now you are dealing with the military generals in Pakistan. So my idea is that when you are dealing with the military generals, then you have to take the military way.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.